Thanksgiving, a day of feasting, a day of being with family. On this day, here in Plymouth, Massachusetts, right here on Coles Hill, nationalities, along with Native Americans, join in protest the Day of Mourning. The Day of Mourning, which ranks up there with some of the saddest moments in American history. Among them, the Trail of Tears and Wounded Knee. Rebel Media was here last year, so why don't we switch over there to 2007 and show you some scenes.
The first official Thanksgiving was proclaimed in 1637 by Governor Winthrop. He did so to celebrate the safe return of the men from Massachusetts who had gone to Mystic, Connecticut to participate in the massacre of over 700 Pequot women, children, and men.
2 buses filled with 50 to 100 people from New York City took part in the 39th annual Day of Mourning. The commemoration begins with a prayer and a sacred couch, a symbolic calling to the gathering. Besides correcting the historical accounts about the holiday, another issue raised is the case of political prisoner Leonard Peltier. Peltier, a Native American activist and former member of the American Indian Movement, has been in prison since 1975 for the murder of 2 FBI agents on the Pine Ridge Reservation. Among the people we spoke to were African Americans who have had a similar history of oppression and misrepresentation in U.S. history. Among them, actress-activist Vinnie Burroughs.
It's always a reiteration of destroying the myths and retrieving the truth. I was particularly struck by Leonard, Peltier, because I didn't realize it had been 33 years and Mandela was in prison for 27 years and he walked out. So maybe we will have a chance with Obama. But it will only happen when we build enough pressure on President-elect Obama that the people say Leonard Peltier must be free.
Another part of the day's activities includes the blanket dance, where money is collected for the Peltier Legal Defense Fund.
Obama has not been given a
Native
mandate.
American speaker Ileana Ortiz also expressed hope in having Barack Hussein Obama as president.
What our country can be if we make it so. And he has a difficult legacy to overcome. This nation, created on land stolen from Native Americans and built on the back of African slaves, has a lot to overcome. Now is the time to lay down the mantle of victory and start working for the future. President Obama is not the end of the road. He represents the first steps to a much larger journey.
Parents with children were also included in the throng of people marching and presenting their attendance as a positive social responsibility, pointing historical facts and a point of view to their children that are otherwise unspoken of in schools.
I came because of my daughter. I think it's vital that she sees, that when something is wrong, when there are injustices in the world, we can't just sit back and allow them to happen. We have to voice our dissent. So it's important for her to see that. And it made me feel good to hear her shouting, even though she doesn't know who Leonard Peltier is, shouting for his freedom and shouting that we deserve justice.
Would you say this is also an educational process, not just for her, but for all of us?
Definitely it's an educational process. But life is an educational process. So it's important, it's important to expose ourselves and especially our young people to as much about what's going on and about history as possible.
As you can see, as in every year, the Day of Mourning ends with a dinner at the First Parish Church here in Plymouth, Massachusetts. For Rebel Media, I'm Ishmael Nunez.